All right, let's see what's going on here. All right, I guess we clocked in. Hey, what's going on, party people? Hope everybody's having a great time out there. Enjoying your summer, the holidays, and all that good stuff. Now, if this is your first time here, welcome. It's definitely a great pleasure to have you here. I go by the name of Lespri. Oh, I hope you guys should be able to hear me. I'm not sure if I need to get a little bit closer or not. But anyway, just know, it's definitely a great pleasure to have you here. And, I go by the name of Lespri. I am a spiritual healer. And essentially, what I do as a spiritual healer is that I help you to become Christ like. And becoming Christ like, what that simply means, well, simple, but very complex. What that simply means is that you have I help you to attain your highest level of consciousness. Because anybody, just like Buddha, Jesus, Krishna, any type of spiritual figures or leaders that you have ever learned of, or know of, that's what they represent. If you're looking at their whole story, that's what they're showing you. The humble beginnings, Jesus, who's like get yo. A lot of us don't really think about this, man. This nigga was born like in the fucking hut. This is synonymous. All of this is just telling you a whole lot about. Okay, I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself, but that goes to show you. All I'm trying to say, were we talking about Christ-like or a Buddha-like? What that represents, it's someone who have attained their highest level of consciousness. Again, going back to that example, showing you Jesus came from humble. I mean, that didn't mean anything. Do you get it? And what made him who he was who he was. But again, and this is why I'm here to help you with. For you to help you, I'm helping you to be you. To find your highest level of understanding about you. And as a spiritual healer, that's pretty much what I do. Now, the way that I go about doing that, now I help you to become mentally and emotionally balanced. And the reason being is that, let's just say, when for you to attain your highest level of consciousness, you need to attain the highest level of clarity or understanding. And that would allow you now to attain that highest level of consciousness. But for you to do that, your emotions and your intellect has to be one. They have to be in alignment. I'll give you a perfect example. If you are depressed right now, you're not gonna be in the best state of mind. For you to adjust that, have a little more clarity in your state of mind, you have to adjust your emotions. And vice versa. They both has to be in alignment. Now, let's just say over the years, you've become very closed off. You realize somehow, the intellect rules over your emotions. And I just showed you how powerful your emotions are. But of course, the mentalist, so to speak, because the true mentalist embraces it all. But I'm being sensitive. I just had to talk my shit for a second. They just one-sided. You can never see the full picture when you're one-sided. But anyway, But that was a little bit sensitive to me, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because because I know what it takes to become the real mentalist. So when I hear it being thrown around, and it's not in alignment, it gets me a little bit tight. You know what I'm saying? Shit, somebody got to take a stand. That's why I'm standing up. Enough got to be fucking enough, man. You know what I'm saying? This is synonymous to Jesus going into the fucking temple and see your motherfuckers doing what the fuck y'all doing. Some shit's got to stop. This is my father's house. You understand what I'm trying to tell you? And by the way, I wanted to say this too, because in just a little bit, I'm going to tell you what it's like to become emotionally balanced. Then you're going to realize, being emotionally balanced got nothing to do with not raising your voice. Or, I'm not angry. I have nothing to do with that. Being emotionally balanced, sometimes you got to let a motherfucker know. But not because you're being triggered, but it's just you're putting shit where they belong. And this is and it has no back and forth neither. Neither. Do you see what I'm saying? This is not arguing. This is not you having a fucking argument with fools. This is just you making statements. Because God got to speak sometimes. You know what I'm saying? The truth got to be said at times. But not to go back and forth, not to seek your validation, not for me to be like, okay, what next? No. When we say what we say what we say because it has to be said, because we see what it is, and then we let you know. We're in perfect harmony over here. Jesus was not emotionally unbalanced when he went into the temple and kicking niggas' ass. Like, get your fuck out of here. And justice got to be treated a certain way, man. There's nothing wrong with you being, having anger. Use that shit. Do not be used by it, though. You see, this is the difference. When you're being emotionally balanced, you know how to use your anger. And when you're being emotionally unbalanced, you're being consumed by it. Those are the people who are jealous, your envious motherfuckers, your haters. Those are these niggas. And if you want to use a Bible term, those would be considered evil. You're deceivers, you're liars. Learn about the fruit of the spirit. Versus the fruit of the flesh. Envious, jealousy, and all that shit. So again, I'm saying that to say, going back to your emotions, being emotionally balanced, I got a little bit ahead of myself. We're talking about emotion. I got emotional. Nigga, I got emotional. Can you blame me? No, we're talking about emotions. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? We talk, hey, man. I walk to walk, nigga. I walk to walk. So again, got a little bit ahead of myself, but it needed to be said. Anyway, going back to being emotionally balanced, I'm just showing you the differences. These people who are envious or have those kind of stuff, they're being consumed by their emotions. which has nothing to do when you become emotionally balanced. This is now you understanding your emotions. Or obviously, I was going to be talking about it. Why not talking about it now? Because technically, what I was going to tell you, of course, before I delve into it, giving you a little bit of understanding. Now that you understand your emotions are important for you to balance because it has a direct impact on how you see things. Just like when you know a motherfucker's in love, you'll give that bitch everything, don't you? You'll wash her drawers. What else? You guys know the song. Was it Jodeci? I don't even fucking remember. But anyway, I mean, that was back in my days. You feel me? Not me being that type of dude. That's not what I'm saying here. Like that song when it came out. That's what I meant to say. I don't know. I don't know. I just couldn't be that kind of guy. But I would love the shit out of you though. But anyway, that's a whole other conversation. But again, this is talking about how important it is for you to be emotionally balanced and what it means to be emotionally balanced. You understand what I'm saying? Because I feel like a lot of us we have a misunderstanding when it comes to being emotionally balanced. That's why you see people are faking. So this is more of a other. Listen, that has nothing to do with you being emotionally balanced at all. That's a whole other conversation. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, we got other shit to talk about, and vice versa. Now, when we're talking about being mentally balanced, now for most of us, and I'll give you a perfect example. Because you know some of us had like that part. I know for me at one point I thought the intellect was above my emotions. But it's okay. As a child, I spoke as a child. It did happen. You know what I'm saying? That's part of the process, and then that's part of the growth, and then you realize, that's not the way it goes. And I'm about to let you know why. So now a lot of us, try to suppress your emotions. Now thinking, you have to override your emotions. Now you become very rigid. It's almost like, and that's the very foundation for toxicity too. The minute you fucking suppress your emotions, that means you're becoming closed off. Hey, that's the gate of yo. That's the gate of hell.